Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Abdul Murad and I'm the leader of the amazing team Fakieh Robot Team 1. I will be joined shortly by my friends Ahmad. The motto for our amazing team is having one team, one goal and limitless possibilities. We aim to show you in this competition what we together as one team can accomplish and the goals we can achieve. Now we will be joined by my friend Abad Al-Harbi to introduce the problem that we solved in our project.
My name is Abad from Fakieh's Robot Team 1. Today I'll introduce to you a video that we made using an audio deepfake from play.ht. The script, the ideas, everything was made by us, but we just used a deepfake audio to make it more presentable for you guys.
According to the official energy statistics by the US, about 5% of all the energy generated in the US is lost during transmission. This totals out to 204 million megawatt hours, or just enough energy to power all 7 Central American countries, 4 times over, so this has wasted substantial amounts of energy. If we assume that XA has a similar percentage loss to the US, then we can conclude that KSA loses an average of 16,205,000 megawatt hours of electricity every year during transmission from the power plant into your home, which is enough to power large cities or entire countries. This is why it is imperative to find any method or any solution possible to solve, or at least reduce this issue, which is why I hope you listen to how Fakieh Robot Team 1
My name is Ahmed Tawakkul and we are Fakieh Robot Team 1. And as you can see in the video, we needed a method to decrease power loss during transmission. We discovered an equation derived from Ohm's law, which is power loss equals current squared times the resistance. This meaning there are 2 methods to decreasing the power loss. We can either decrease the current or decrease the resistance. We ultimately chose to decrease the current since it is evidently more efficient, meaning that if we have the current, the power loss will only become a fourth. If we have the resistance, the power loss will be a half. And the way we decrease the current is we have to increase the voltage because they are inversely proportional. And the way to increase the voltage is we have to use a different type of material. That's how we came upon steel reinforced carbon wires.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abdul Zarani. Today I want to talk to you about the prototype of a solution and budget studies. Now, the prototype of a solution. The ACCC conductor is a type of high temperature, low sag conductor, meaning that it can handle temperatures up to 210 degrees Celsius, which does make it more costly than the ACSR, but is better in almost every way. It's better in lightness, softness, and ability to handle higher temperatures, and most importantly, it has almost double the carrying capacity of the ACSR. Approximately $6 billion is wasted every year due to extra electrical charges. Now, to combat this, the US government has installed these wires across approximately 386 kilometers, and it has saved approximately 40% of the energy that was previously lost, saving US consumers about $30 million. Which you then might ask, how much did it take to install? Now it took about 300 to 400 million, but due to the longevity of these wires, they could last decades, meaning that they can not only pay off their initial investment, they can even make you a profit. Now let's talk about theoretical applications in Saudi Arabia. If we assume that these wires could prevent the same amount of energy being lost in Saudi Arabia as they did in the US, they could save about 6 trillion kilowatt hours of the 16 trillion kilowatt hours lost. Now, after researching the average price of 1 kilowatt hour, we found globalpetrolprices.com, we stated that the average price was 0.80 riyals. Now, multiplying this by the kilowatt hours prevented or saved, we could save about 1 trillion riyals, which is about a tenth of the actual price of installation. But due to the longevity of these wires, they could last long enough to pay themselves off and bring in a profit. Masalam.